I suppose we could get started.
I don't even remember what happened.
Well,
We went shopping for a long time, and then we killed that guy.
last time,
And I think that's it.
last time Tammy got into a blood fight in a dingy demon bar.
Blood sport. Donovan.
Mm-hmm. The cuck. Dirty
Yeah, let's
bastard.
fuck with that guy. No, there's no way in hell. Yeah, he's using Chrome remote desktop.
Who are we talking about here?
Donovan.
Oh.
The blood magic.
Well, Yane really felt the sword. His back.
Then he can fucking teleport himself using blood. We're not, able to see him. My headphones.
No, we didn't. We went back to the magic store, man.
I still need to hit a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
is-
right. You need to get an emblem.
Yep. Scrape it off one shield and put it on.
You guys are confused because you're talking about the same place, but you're calling it different things.
Okay. So for the sake of expediency, you can get that taken care of, Misha, for 20 gold pieces.
Done.
In any case, you guys wake up at Valhumber's Enchanted, feeling well rested. Day is yours. You guys come together in the common hall, order something to eat, and what would you do?
Well, I mean, we just did the contract in like 10 minutes and then went to sleep. So I guess, how are we going to find this Nash guy?
How well rested we talking here?
Regular rested.
Didn't you pay for nice beds? I don't remember.
He's a prince.
Everywhere you anywhere you would sleep at this inn is a nice place.
Okay, yeah. Pretty well rested then, I imagine. Unless Tom says otherwise.
You're very well rested. You do not gain additional hit points. You're asking.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Everybody else still has their temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'm the only one that lost them, I think.
Except for Sam.
Well, I don't think there's any other reason anyone would have lost theirs. Okay, well. The only other thing I think that was on our list was trying to get Carol some stuff, but I think we already took care of that. Unless he still wants to try to look for horse armor, whatever that is.
I don't need it.
Kirill had a symbol on his chest piece, which I'm not sure if that's what he was using, by the way. On his old armor.
I don't know if he gets to use that as his holy symbol now. I don't remember if it was on his shield or if it was on his armor.
It was on all kinds of things.
You can remedy it for a clean 20 gold pieces.
Sure.
All right. Absolutely. So you guys are just chilling, basically, in that inn, just waiting for something to happen. Almost, it's kind of how your morning is.
Breakfast, dude. You know?
Your morning is folding out. Yes, eating quite sausages, and you guys are just enjoying some fine dining. You see, it is again. It's just up and joint, and really, there's business that needs doing, and the people have money. They're coming here. So you see passing through the doors, tons of merchants and high noble people. they're high. And you see adventurers coming through at a fairly decent clip. You guys size up pretty well against most of the people that come in here. You'd think, it's good. But every once in a while, like group of 2 or 3 people come in, you're like, oh man, these are stacked. Just based on the way they themselves and the gear have, how big their chests are, you'd say that they're stacked. In any case, day is still yours. What would you like to do?
Chests are, huh?
Yeah, I said stacked.
Interesting.
Stacked.
If we are looking for Nash, he's a prince. I say we go to the castle.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think he'll find us.
You
Well, what if he's
think
busy?
so?
Oh, he's not so busy that he couldn't show up in a random, mausoleum in the middle of nowhere 2 weeks ago.
I suppose.
I'm not sure where else to begin to even ask where he would be. We could go to their temple as well too. That would be fun for me, but I think that would only be fun for me and maybe.
Let me ask you this,
I
Tom.
don't think we need to find the guy.
Just so
He'll find
was
us.
this guy going around like parading himself as like this guy's name is Nash, or would that be something we'd never overheard or whatever? Like, does he have like a pseudonym or alias that he's using? I mean, he's a fucking Cambion.
He is a Cambion, but he did not display himself as a Cambion when he last met
That's
you.
what I
He
thought.
was very much a human. But
We
you
have
know,
not
as far
learned
as
his
you
other
could
name if
tell,
he has
he's
one.
still using the name Nash.
Okay.
Introduce himself as anything different.
Just want to make
This is
sure
so
that
weird. You all like to
asking
be
for
paid
Nash
so
isn't
much.
like the most weird thing in the world to people here.
I don't think we need to
No.
look for this guy or anything. He'll find us.
How dare you're the first person I thought would want to be paid.
I didn't really do anything, so.
Well,
An awkward silence hangs over the table.
Sorry.
We need to go to the Hollow Peaks, and we know that there are mind flayers there. And we know we may need more money for things to help us against mind flayers, so we
Mhm.
could look for work.
Honey tongue potions. Yeah.
Indeed. And it is
Didn't
getting cold.
What's
I
his
like
butt
some-
say we had to help him with something?
Oh, he said that I have to help him with some certain tasks. If you're talking about Donovan, don't know yet. He said I will be contacted with further information.
And he did say when.
Yeah. So I might be taken away from you guys at some point.
Okay.
But we definitely need to be ready for the Hollow Peaks.
With some better, warmer clothes. These are great for now.
Aren't we most? Oh, who bought of all that tattered clothes? Because I know I got some stuff.
I got some stuff. We look, I mean, okay, we might stack up with some of our gear to these other people, but we look like hobos, to be honest.
We have to look like we're homeless.
Exactly.
Like the most like unproportional stuff. Like we got shitty cloaks and then insane gear. She makes it work.
It's a very big shield, and the skeleton thing is kind of hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta add my shit. bladed cloak.
Well, we know a prince, and he could pay us a lot, and we know the guy who runs the inn here, and he's the one we'd probably be buying from. So those are two.
Well, he didn't really have anything for us to do that wasn't in the Hollow Peaks. We already asked him, remember?
Is there a like a
Could
message
leave for
board or
another
like a
city.
job board?
There's not really a centralized message board. Each inn might have some postings, but for the most part, things are pretty spread out. There's nothing that's like a pressing need across the entire city. The city's too big for that.
I'm gonna go look at their local job board in the inn.
Sure. So you start walking up, and you see a old man dressed in like teal robes. It's kind of got like a silver sash going across. And he's kind of hunched over and he's looking around the room. And as he sees you start to approach, he stops you and says, "Excuse me, miss. I've got something. I've got something. I need a crew for. It'll only take a few moments, and I'd be happy to compensate you. But I do need a few more people. So if you would just wait there, and we'll wait until someone else steps up and
I
have
have
a crew."
people. I have people, but
No.
the real question is my appearances. I'm gonna grab my robe. Might be deceiving.
Well,
We will ask many details, and it will cost money.
well, I was planning on paying you, but it's a trifling matter. I just need to serve papers. That's all.
If it was such a trifling matter, then you would have no trouble doing it yourself. Obviously, there is a matter.
Well, I don't suspect that there'll be any problems. Look, excuse me. My name is my name is Wallen Barnes, and I am a wizard at law. I come from Skull, and I need to serve paper to one Danamore Razor, an enchantress, foul witch, one might say, accused of crimes against humanity. I am just serving papers.
Humanity.
So, yes, she's not a nice lady, but her tower is somewhere in the city. I just need to deliver the papers and tell her that she needs to show court. That's all I need to do. So, like I said, I don't suspect it'll be a problem. Just in case it is, really appreciate it if I have crew behind me.
You do not want to be a solo messenger. is what
I want
hear.
some toughs. That's exactly how I would put it.
Let me gather I come with me and I will take you to the table where they are eating and you can tell them the details. And if anybody can roll an insight check for me right now, that because I do not believe him that it's. What do I have? 18 wisdom, probably. I think. Or is anybody able to access my character sheet?
I can't see your character sheet, but
I can.
I rolled a natural 13, so whatever your mod is, add your mod to that.
I suppose I should join roll 20.
Are you proficient in insight, Misha?
I should be, I think, because it's a wisdom check, I want to say, right?
Just checking. Because the number will change, the base roll.
I'll be able to log in.
I guess it doesn't
and,
actually matter because
okay, 10 more minutes.
I just need to know your modifier, not the base roll. I rolled a 13.
She has +7 to insight, so she rolled a 20. And what are you trying to glean from this?
I do not believe for 1 second that he thinks that there's not going to be any trouble here with delivering.
You would say that the fact that he's hiring people means that he suspects something might happen, but he seems genuine in that he is just taking an extra precaution.
So he doesn't. Okay. Everyone, this is. Who are you again?
Wallen Barnes, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I am a wizard at law for the Skull Order of Wizards. I don't think that's their actual title. But I need to serve some papers to a wizard or a witch or something, however you would define it, to a lady here in town. So if you would all accompany me and just stand at a safe distance in front of me while I present
Oh my God.
these papers, that would be phenomenal.
Let's do it.
Hold
What's your
on a
pay?
minute, Yane.
Let's do it.
What's your pay?
I would do 100 gold pieces to split between the.
Remember that she has crime against humanities going on here. I do not know if 100 gold pieces to stand between you and her is the 100 gold worth.
If you don't
Well,
have
if
gold
any
to
of you
offer, what
die
else
or
do you
get hurt,
offer?
then I could definitely compensate you further. What was the question? What else could I offer you? Are you propositioning me sexually?
Excuse
no.
me? If you don't have coin, then you must be able to offer something else. You're a wizard.
Is 100 gold is not a lot here?
No.
It's pennies. Which I know that you've
Hey,
never heard of.
Stay the night somewhere.
You could spend 5 nights at this humble establishment. I use humble very lightly.
Well, you see, there's 5 of us, so that's not true. We could spend one night here.
Well, think of this as a quick favor that you could then pay for your day's work. It would take but 10 minutes. It's only down the street.
Why don't you do it then?
Well, I am going to do it. I'm coming with. It's just I want to look tough in case she doesn't react well.
Okay, does she have any magical artifacts we might be able to requisition?
Oh, I imagine she has quite a few. But
Yeah.
we're not going there to kill her. She needs to go to court. We're just there to serve papers. That's it.
Alright, well, what if she attacks me? Because then I'll probably kill her.
Well, if that's the case, then you would be within your rights to protect yourself. And, wherever the dice may fall. Well, she's wanted in connection with the wizard group Sacantus.
I'm in.
We're in.
Well, wasn't expecting that, but I like
Yeah,
it.
fuck those guys. Let's go get her.
Indeed.
do it.
Let's fuck them legally. All right, let's go. And he starts stomping out the door with you
I'll follow
in
him.
tow. Yeah. Okay.
reiterate the legally part.
Legally, of course. As you guys step out the door from Balhumbers, Yane, why don't you roll a percent? Natural 20.
Yeah.
So you see Balik. He's one of your buddies. He's been your bunkmate. And he looks like he's trying to be inconspicuous. Yeah, he's really
I
He's
noticed
really-
him.
he's really trying. And he's there with some other it's kind of shorter than him. He's your workout partner, so he's
Mhm.
stacked just like you. But this other guy that's with him, you don't recognize immediately.
Can I like pull away from the group and sneak behind them and surprise them?
Yeah, you can make a stealth check.
Yeah, I want to do that. All right, let me pull up my.
Wow, you got some serious stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the
Stealth
Dokra
is one of my
stealth.
things.
A big muscular guy who's shirtless being stealthy.
I'm
It's just
highly
me.
skilled. Okay.
He disappeared in the crowd. Assassin's Creed style.
I just love it. I love it.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's one of those Emperor's New Groove scenarios where Kronks, you just carrying the llama. He presses himself up against the wall and makes a buzzing noise, and nobody can hear him. So you
I've never
guys,
seen that movie, but go ahead.
you've never seen the movie? Oh my gosh, you need to. In any
Okay.
case, you guys start moving down the stairs, following this Wallen, and Yane, you kind of slip back the crowd, and you're able to sneak down and around you've apparently gone unnoticed to the point where you can sneak up behind Balak and just tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
If you desire, you can kill him.
No, I just want to, because I noticed them. I wanted to. Clearly, they're there to tell me something. I just want to.
Sure.
What's up, guys?
So how do you approach him? Oh, you just say what's up?
Yeah.
By God, Ain, you've gotten quite a bit better at that. Man, I was hoping to sneak up on you, stick you in the back with a dagger, but hell, here you are. But I've been ordered by our good friend and factor to inform you of what we do. This here is Vince. He's going to be taking with me in the action, but see, you got a crew. Are they going to be coming with?
We've been sticking together, so I'm sure that we'll all be together as well. If you more people, the better, kind of deal.
Sure. This isn't exactly the nicest place to talk about things, so I'll meet you at the northern district city, and there are not a lot of people up there who really care too much about what we're going to be talking about. So I'll see you around then.
All right, and then out of character, did you say northern district? Because you kind of cut out a little bit.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. All right, and then I'll nod to them and I'll slip back to my party.
It's not the setting that you're talking about is threshold setting for talking.
We need a voice to text. We need a
Yes.
whole new channel in the Discord that you can talk into your phone and you can voice to text and post it into that. Yeah.
Once or twice.
Except when it's
All
2
right.
weeks in a row. I know. This is all you need. Okay.
Anyways,
I'm going to go back to my group and tell them that I will have to go to the Northern District at some point.
walking in the back, slips away.
Pretty much just saying, well, I noticed a few of my band of Unum friends, bunkmates, and I decided to go over and have a little chat with them. And they told me that they wanted to talk further about, expanding on what Donovan wanted me to do. And they wanted me to meet them in the Northern District a little bit later. So if you guys don't mind, we have potentially have another group adventure to do. I told them that I'd be sticking with you guys, so maybe we can get some, yeah. So we can go and meet up with them, and then I'll need to go and talk to the rest of my band members and find out what they want from me, or us, rather.
I always wanted to be in a band.
I know, right? You're a bass player, as I can definitely tell.
So he continue following Wallen as he kind of triumphantly parades himself down the city streets, heading towards what you first assumed to be a pretty standard. Oh my gosh, is my voice cutting out a bunch?
No, you're fine right now. Go talk.
Yeah, I gotta go quick.
Go quick.
You see, it's a nice home, but it's not as rich or as elegant or eye-catching as anything else in the city. In this particular district, anyways. And you could tell he's getting a little bit nervous as you get closer, and a little bit more nervous. A little bit more nervous, just kind of like psychs himself up as you're 100 feet away from the house. All right. Sure. Yes. Yeah. I can do this. You just have to understand these are not nice people, from my understanding. All right. And he starts stomping his way up, and he's like looking over his shoulder to make sure you're always right behind. As he gets about 50 feet out, he stops. He pulls out a satchel. Danimore Razor, you are hereby requested. You're hereby requested to show up in Skull at the appointed date, which is listed here as note, and I will serve you this paper when you exit your establishment. He's using a spell to amplify his voice. You get no immediate response. And he's kind of waiting there impatiently. And he's kind of like sifting through more of his papers. Well, I guess she's not
Give
home.
him the thumbs up.
I suppose I'll just papers at the door then. And he walks up to the door, takes out a little tiny hammer, little nail, and he goes tap, tap, tap. And then he runs away from the door as fast as he can. Rubs his hands off. Well, that's that. Paper is served. 100 gold pieces to the lot of you.
I'll just hold out my hand.
Thank you so much for accompanying me. And yes, it was a pleasure to meet all of you. Starts walking off.
Okay. Well, I got the 100. I'll give everyone 20.
All right.
Wait, so this guy, wait. This guy's not gonna even, try to see if she's in there, but not answering.
He's
they're only
obviously a
contracted to
coward
do
and he's
that.
afraid of her. But we just did this for the money.
Okay, now Tam's breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that we just did this for
Oh
the
my
money.
god, you're worse than Tom.
Oh no.
Tom, this is what we've been dealing with.
Oh no.
Now Tom's doing.
Is it Discord?
Yeah, I just got disconnected and brought back.
Well, I changed the server.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we have no emotional ties to this.
I want to go pick it up, the letter thing, and just read it. See what it says on that bish.
Yeah, it's just a court some legalese for Danimore Razor to your court. And it looks like the date's set for about 2 months from now. And it's for Skull.
Does it have any charges or anything?
It just says crimes against animals. That's all it says.
Crimes against who? Humanity?
Human.
Okay. Only humans.
Okay.
Got it.
Interesting.
Well, everyone add 20 gold. to
I
your
guess I'll
sheet.
put it back. And what was this lady's name again?
Danimore.
Danmore?
Danimore. Danimore? Danimore?
Danny
D-A-
Moore.
Danny Phantom.
N-I-M-O-R.
Yikes.
Well, I suppose should go meet up with Yane's buddies.
In the Northern District.
It's pretty vague.
I know, right? Well, I'm sure they'll try to find us first.
Well, he gave you a name.
I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We need. You didn't
Yeah.
vocalize that.
The Thirsty Copper.
Thirsty
I'm
copper.
pretty sure I did say it, but
But
Well, you probably
you
could have.
cut out.
cutting out. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, that was
Alright.
easy, and I'll clap the dust off my hands. Yeah, and where are we going?
To the Thirsty Copper. Let's go.
Sounds good. Lead the way.
Like I know where it is.
Well, I sure shit don't.
We're gonna go to the Northern District. We can ask directions from there.
I have a suspicion it might be in the northern side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Contrary to popular belief, it's on the eastern side of town.
Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation.
Okay.
I mean,
Rolling big.
do I know? Can I roll? See if I remember this place or if I know anything about it.
You can roll one with advantage. You can roll a history check with advantage, I guess. Fairly high DC, though.
19.
So between Yane and Haldir taking care of business, Haldir kind of vaguely remembering that inn, and then Yane scaring a couple of peasants into talking about it. You guys find the inn in about an hour and a half of walking. So it's still mid-morning by the time you get. And it's this real, you're kind of in a poorer side of town. There's a few middling merchants that are around this area, and shops are got some decent things. Like you can get nicer clothes than what you have right now here, probably for a fairer price than you would anywhere else in the city. And the inn itself looks like a fair establishment. Not too nice, not too ill reputed either. And you see people are coming in for their brunch or their lunch if have already been working for a long time during the day. It's fairly busy, as pretty much everywhere is in Gelrin. You guys head in immediately.
I don't see why not.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
And so as you kind of scan around the room, Yane, looking for your partners again, why don't you make a perception check? And then the rest of you guys can also make some perception.
16.
Okay. So, Yane, you don't see your partners yet. They have not yet arrived at the inn. Haldir, looking around, you see one fellow in particular. He's at the bar. Looks like he's pretty deep in his cups already today. And then that's pretty much all there is of note in this inn. Other than that, it's a pretty boring place. What do you guys do? Sit down and relax? What's the plan?
I mean, what time is it? It's like early
I
morning.
See a guy who's like drunk.
Yeah. He's he's kind of like slurring as he's ordering his next drink, and he's already got like 3 plates in front of him. Like he's already
He's been eating
he's been eating
bar food.
Yeah, exactly.
What time is it right now?
It's mid-morning.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, this guy's an alcoholic. All right.
I don't think that would bother me too much.
No, he can do what he wants. This place looks a lot better than any demon-infested inns that we've been at fairly recently.
Is it common for your boys to make an appointment and not show up?
I don't think so. They might be here. We just haven't looked as thoroughly as possible.
I mean, it's not like this
We could
place
just be
is
early.
enormous,
I guess they
right?
didn't really. Yeah, that's true. They didn't really tell me a time as far as I know. But they'll be here. This is probably an important matter enough to pull me away.
So you guys grab a table, you sit at the bar. What's your intention?
Let's grab a table. It's mid-morning. It's not going to be packed.
Yeah. There's a fairly steady stream of people coming in and out, but it doesn't get to the point where you're ever past like 50% capacity in this place. So you guys just kind of relax at this inn. And after about 40 minutes, a kind of sheepish looking man, he's kind of like eyes darting around the room right when he enters in. He's got this kind of like slicked back blonde hair, and he's kind of like short and just looks a little bit, shifty. He looks in and he kind of like scans the room real quick, and he spots you guys, and he's like, pretends like he doesn't see you, and then he just kind of like walks in a huge loop around the bar, walks past, and he starts walking a little bit closer to you, a little bit closer, and a little bit closer. So he's about 10 feet off from you, and then he keeps getting closer, about 5 feet off from you.
I see this guy just.
Yeah, he is. Oh, it's really obvious.
We're all watching him.
Yeah.
I just give him a wave.
Misha very loudly will call out, "Can I help you?"
And you can see he's just like freezes up and starts sweating. Like, yeah, I mean, you can tell he already kind of was, but it's getting worse. And he's like, oh. I just have a delivery. I just have a delivery. That's it. And pulls out a bag and sets it right there, right on the table. And I will be seeing you later. Bye.
Hey,
he starts moving. You grab him. he's moving.
Who's it from?
He's just walking out. He's walking out the door.
You already grabbed him.
Oh, okay. So you guys. Hey. Oh. Yes, it's from a mutual friend. Just take a look. It's fine.
We don't have mutual friends with people.
Or friends.
Or friends. They're kind of at this table for the most part.
I just want you to tell me who it's from. Chill the fuck out there, bud.
If you look in your sack, you will immediately know who it's from. How about?
Could you look in the sack, maybe, for us?
I was told to deliver, and I will not be peeping in any sacks.
You should peep in this sack, I think.
So you're not going to take it then?
No, I'll give you an extra gold just to look at it.
That's just so not worth it. I would feel like it's breaking the trust of my friend. I can't do it.
Just get out of here. We'll deal with it.
I'm so surprised we haven't Zone of Truth him.
Nah.
Wait a minute. Maybe you should stick around until we actually...
He's gone. He ran out.
He's just a messenger.
Yeah.
I know, but I didn't want to let him off.
Mm.
So there's just this...
eye for his crimes.
We may have to track him down later.
We did get a description, though, so I guess he is important.
Perhaps. In any case, you have like a dark velvet pouch that was set on the table.
I'll look inside.
You look inside, and it is completely dark in there.
Mm-hmm. In the sack?
Yeah.
Is it heavy like a human head? Yeah.
That's totally what I'm expecting. All right, I'm gonna reach in.
Okay, you reach in, and your whole hand fits in there. Your whole arm fits in there.
Yeah,
it's nothing in there.
I figured. Okay.
You should dump it out, maybe?
Another bag of holding.
Well, that's a wonderful gift, but what's inside?
I mean, what happens if I turn it over? Like, is that a thing with bag of holdings? Or?
That's exactly.
A bag of holding.
That's how you dump all the contents.
Right. I'm sure it's. All right.
I don't know that we want.
How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. How do you guys feel about that?
Leave it not here, right? Like,
we can get a room real quick and open it up in there if we want some.
What were we discussing? Sorry, I was trying to get a drink the whole time. This bartender sucks.
Hey,
that's
not nice.
I'll go ask
the bartender standing there the whole time.
The guy.
Well, Tammin steps away and starts complaining. So, yes, of course, he's gonna.
I'll go ask the guy how much a room is.
It's 5 silver a night.
Oh,
I'll take one.
Sure. Room number 3. Here's the key.
I'll go check it out.
I'll bring the bag.
Okay. Are you all heading out into the room? Okay.
Yep.
Sure. So you head over to your room, and it's a sparse location, but it'll serve the purposes of privacy, so far as you know. You have the bag. You just start dumping it out.
I was going to ask, what do you guys think? Should I open it? Should I dump it? Should we
Well,
call a
unless
vote?
you can think of
the
something that
only
would be
way.
in there
I
and
mean,
try and pull it out normally.
who knows? It can be a whole person.
I don't feel like why would there be a person in it?
I don't know.
You can't fit
Who
the whole
knows?
person, but you could put a head in. I am guessing.
You could definitely fit the whole person.
In pieces? Maybe.
My guess is that it's a person.
You can go inside our bag of holding right now if you want the test. You'll fit.
All right. I'm dumping it. Any objection?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright,
So
I'm gonna step back a little bit in case there's like
I'm
a
gonna ready a cantrip.
bunch of acid in here.
I'll dump it on the bed.
it's poisonous gas. You all die. Sorry,
GG.
reroll. Wrong choice. Anyways, you
I'm gonna dump it on the
empty
bed.
the contents. You dump it onto the bed, and what falls out is 900 platinum, a piece of paper that is just kind of like folded, and then you see also another. It's almost like a talisman that kind of plops out, and it's like the size of like a wallet. It looks like a little clay on it's like a little clay wallet basically, and you kind of like flip it open, and it's got like these string hinges, and on the inside you see a name written in Infernal, and a little picture of your guess is an imp. It looks like one of the imps you saw at the inn. Hopefully that all went through.
When you say looks like the imp that we saw at the inn, or an imp,
Looks
so I
like-
mean, like.
An imp. Yes.
So
Okay,
it's not
so
like, hey, I recognize that imp. It's just like that looks like.
Oh,
some
that's
of the
an imp.
creatures we've seen.
Yes, that's.
I
an
think
imp,
it's pretty
yes.
clear that, hey,
Yeah.
that's an imp.
Just checking.
It looks like an imp. It could be something else.
900 platinum?
That's nuts.
It's 9,000 gold.
A lot of money.
Yeah, how much gold is that?
Isn't that how much
9,000?
what's his face said he was gonna pay us?
Minus 1,000.
Probably because we weren't
You sure it's
exactly
1,000?
conspicuous about wanting to kill that guy. I mean, Hammond and he just kind of walked up and just started throwing shit.
A side note, did anybody put the 100 gold on their character?
I
No.
put 20.
Everyone should put 20 on theirs because you gave me
Okay.
100 and I distributed it immediately.
All right, I'm at 1,800 of mine.
You're adding 1,800 to yours?
Yeah, because you just got 9,000.
Okay, so we're all adding 1,800.
That's
Yes.
right.
I mean, does Tammin want the full 1,800 or are we
I mean, you can have mine
Wait.
if you want. I mean, you're the one who jumped in the pit.
Did you say 9,000 platinum?
Yeah.
900.
900
Okay,
platinum,
thank God.
9,000.
Because I thought Carol just said he was adding 1,800 platinum to his character sheet. I was like, what?
900 gold.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You guys could buy the city.
Yes! No, but
I
we
don't
could probably
think so.
afford some
yeah.
Mind Flayer. Was it rings? Or
You
something?
just can keep all
Well,
that.
I mean, what was the
don't
honey
need any of
tongue
that
potions that were really
Very
good?
bad.
Well, those make you dumb.
I thought
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
but
it-
for some people that's like
That's
that's
not
already
great.
happened.
Yeah,
so
that's-
you know.
I know. I'm looking over at Tammin.
Huh?
What were the rings that he offered? I'm pretty sure it was a ring that he offered that would help resist charm.
So I want to
Yeah,
look
he
at
did.
this picture.
I'm sure.
1,800.
Like, is there anything like?
There was a
It
piece of
is
paper
like,
as well. I don't know if you guys caught that when I
Yeah,
said
it's
that.
in a-
but
Yeah.
Abyssal
Yeah.
There's a piece of paper that we haven't read.
or infernal? I don't remember which one you said.
He said it was in Abyssal,
no.
right?
So there's a piece of paper that's folded up, and then on the tablet, like the little clay relic, is the name written in Abyssal,
Oh,
and
okay.
the
I'll read the piece of paper then.
so it's from Nash. He's got this kind of like nice flowing handwriting, and he says,
Calligraphy.
Here is rather your payment, 9,000 gold pieces. I deducted 1,000 for the bag of holding, which is now yours to keep as well. From now on, we'll use Jimdaran Nakar. Kate, he's an imp. And you can summon him simply by placing some blood across the picture. You can use him for whatever you desire to. He's your servant, but he's also the servant of others, so be careful what you say to him. And that's all.
So it's so like the imp is like interdimensional mailman.
He's an interdimensional cock.
Wait, so the imp, we have like a picture of.
We have a
I'll
liaison.
just prick my finger and put it on the thing.
Say again. So you poked your finger and you placed it on the.
Yeah.
Okay. It starts to and clatter, and after a few moments, smoke starts to pour out, and it starts to coalesce into the image of a small imp. He's got red skin, little tiny wings, and a tail, little claws that are like 3 little fingers, 3 little digits on them, and little hooked feet as well. But you see that he's kind of the imps that you saw last night were naked. He's wearing these like nice, like almost regal robes, and he's got this like little top hat on as well. He says, "Oh no! Who else got my tablet? Damn it! All right, what can I do for you, fellas and lady?" Jimdaran Nakar at your service. Jimmy for short.
Hi, Jimmy.
I think he wanted to touch you, Jimmy.
Well, I'm just here calling you because we had a mutual friend who said that you were going to be relaying some messages from him to us.
Oh, yes, Nash. That's right. He mentioned something like this happening. I just didn't expect it to be a bunch of humans.
I'm not a human.
A half-elf.
But
basically a human.
You're basically being a devil. I mean, right?
Hell, don't associate me with those violent guys. So, like I was saying, yeah, here, sir. So whatever you've done, I'll do. I got things that I'm good at. Some things I'm not. Actual favors really my thing. I'll do it. I don't want to, but I'll do it. And then you want me getting into places. I'm sneaky. I can do that. And he snaps his fingers. He turns invisible. What else? I can do this. And you can't see him, so you're not exactly sure what he's doing. But you hear like just kind of like a clapping sound. Let's see. I can talk to people in Abyssal and Infernal. I know pretty much all the elemental languages. I've got it pretty well covered. So what do you need me to do?
We don't have a message for us right now, though.
No, he didn't give me a message. He just said that.
Infernal.
Hey, how much of this city is actually not devils or demons in disguise
City.
in some capacity or whatever the hell?
Just assuming that we're still in Gelrin. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the question?
Wait, where else would we be?
How much of the... Well, he could probably be summoned from anywhere. How many of the
okay.
inhabitants of the city are actually non-devils or demons?
Oh, I'd say the majority of the population is human and dwarf, and there's some elves. Not too many, though. Halflings, some gnomes, but it's a fairly normal makeup of a city. But yeah, there's fairly substantial demonic population here. Yeah, I would say.
Can you
See.
read this? She's gonna hand him the infernal writing.
The infernal writing is just that's just my name. That's all.
Oh.
That's my
Wait.
true name. So you guys have power over it, just so you know. To be honest, I kind of like it's like one of my favorite things is to serve. I live to serve. It's literally my life.
So,
Jiminy Cucket. I
can
got it.
you, he's a servant. I mean, that's, others aren't cut.
Well, all right. Tell me this, Jimmy. So
Yeah.
you know, you're supposed to be the go-between guy for us, right?
Right.
And I won't lie to you. I'm not planning on having you hang around all the time. I mean,
That's just like I was kind of opening.
I'm sure he has many clients.
like.
Actually, I recently lost one. So here I am.
What
He wasn't
happened to
here.
that man?
Actually, I have this.
I'm just saying, how are we supposed to know when we're supposed to contact you to get some new stuff?
Well, I said, keep me around as much as possible. That's my personal opinion. But, if you want to play it like that, once a day, bring me out a little bit of, I'll come tell you what I tell you. This is the way it'll work.
Can you? I have this book about the god of like Tamagar, the Lord of Suffering. Could you give me a translation of this?
Wow. I could. It's going to take a little. You want me to write it all out?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't need it right now. Just slow burn gives you something.
Yeah. Okay. Like I got nothing else to do. Yeah. I'll take that book. I'll take that book.
Here you go.
He's like his size. He's like, oh, jeepers. Okay. So I got one thing. Is there anything else that you need me to take care of, or can I go?
I think that'll do for now. Probably.
Okay. Well, one translation coming up, and if you need me, just call. I'll be here. And he poofs off.
All right then.
Actually, wait. He does. He says, "Am I dismissed?"
Yes, you were dismissed.
And now he poofs off. Yep. And the talisman slaps.
Interesting. Jimmy the Cock.
And the way you summoned him was you put your pinpricked finger onto a piece of paper with his name on it?
Onto the talisman.
Oh, the talisman. Okay.
It's like a demonic talisman. You sacrifice on your blood. Shit, some.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was. I thought I heard that Tom said it was a piece of paper and not a talisman, but that makes more sense that it was a talisman. Okay.
Well, who wants to carry the second bag?
Not me.
I don't care. I'll
take
carry it. Yeah,
It sounds
Kirill, you
right
want
up
to take it?
Misha's alley for the record, but anyone can take it.
Well, Kirill needs it because he can pick up more torches.
True.
It's a fairly pouch, and it only holds 50 pounds.
Perfect.
So
Kirill, take
are
it.
we playing with weight now, or
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just...
Apparently,
I mean,
no,
I get that
it's
there needs to
40,
be
yeah.
limitations because it's a tinier thing.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not
so-
saying weigh everything if you could put it in there. It's just you can't put heavy things in there. It's
I love
small.
So-
Yeah. You
so
can't
what-
put,
so what I
probably
could
can't
do
put
is I could-
armor or weapons in it or something like
Do you
that.
think I could freak out people if I put like, how big is the bag? This bag? Oh, it's like a little bag, right? Little pouch.
Yeah. Little
So I
pouch.
could like put this in my mouth and then put a sword in it and then just pull a whole sword out of my mouth.
You definitely could do that.
Go
You
for it.
also risk putting.
Yeah. What would happen if you swallowed a bag of holding? But all the food that you ever
That-
eat just
yeah,
causes it to go into the bag of holding, and you
die of
die of
malnutrition because you
starvation.
can't eat
Yeah.
food. It's crazy.
Dude, it's like magical ringworm.
Mm. All right. So that happens. You guys are all just kind of chilling in the room. What do you do now?
I suppose we should go back to the floor in hopes that once it's bought, we'll go up.
But I don't think we learned about any new tasks.
No.
Hi. So that would be another 45 or 450 gold to everybody. Yes.
Wait, you said another 450?
Yes, because
I'm not taking any
1800
money, Misha. Money is evil.
1800 divided by 4 is 450. Either way, we
Yeah, I
might
think
be
we should
able
go back
to.
to the inn floor. I don't know.
Yeah, we can also, pull our money together to buy one ring of not getting charmed by tentacle monsters. I'm happy to give my money over for that. So if we could get everyone one of those.
How much were those rings again?
Seems excessive.
Well, 10,000.
It was, but we've got a lot
Yeah.
of money.
I don't think so.
Sure, the ring was 1,000. $10,000.
Because I'm already immune to charm. Ains mostly immune to charm. So we got 3 more. Just do a little adventuring. Save up.
Misha, you sound pretty muffled. Like you're talking through a blanket.
Is that a little bit better?
A
No.
little bit. It's busy. Anyways, so you guys head back to the common room, and you guys are just kind of chilling, waiting for your buddies, Yane, Alec, and Vince. And an hour passes. Nobody shows up.
Did you say
Another-
phallic or phallic?
Phallic.
Phallic.
With a V.
His name's Phallic. Valak. No, Balak. B. Balak. Balik, if you prefer. Or Phalic. Could be that was his nickname. In any case, in an hour, shows up. In tow with Vince. Kind of a little nod and comes and sits down next to you. Orders a couple of drinks. Hey, Ian, it's good to see you. How things been?
Not bad. Killing as much as I can. But having fun.
Oh, been a
Enjoying this
fan of
group.
that. You
Yeah.
get a little queasy at the blood.
Nah.
Oh, all right. Well, he turns to the rest of you guys. I'm really sorry to hear about Tao. He's a good friend of ours. And I'm sure of you guys as well. Terrible what happened.
Yeah, we're doing our best to get some revenge for the people who did this and continue on for what he wanted to accomplish.
And Donovan's just kind of giving you full reign to do that? It's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, I have my orders like everybody else.
Sure. He is a bit of a dick bastard.
Right.
Anyways, kind of lowers his voice, leans in a little bit. So, Vince here and I are in the city and got a couple of things we need to acquire before things happen. Vince has already gotten his stuff, but I need to get my hands on some blasting powder. And I need, like, a lot. I asked around, and there is a place they sell it. Really, it's mostly only the dwarves who are authorized to make it and sell it. Grinley Boldhammer. He's supposed to have a lot. He runs an inn as well. It's called the Blast Zone Inn. But went over to go talk to him, and he won't sell me the amount I need, which is 24 barrels.
How much? Sorry.
24
24
barrels.
barrels. It's going to cost, something in the ballpark, 3,500 gold pieces.
That's
We
a
have
lot
the
of
money, but he
blasting
didn't.
powder. Why do you need so much? I'll butt in.
Oh, I mean, he's kind of like leaning in. He's talking to everybody, but
Oh, okay.
so you're not butting in, but at the same time, it's kind of obvious what we would need that for. I don't know. I really understand the question. Anyway, so let's move on. So we got a couple options. Vince and I could steal it, but at the same time, if we do that, we might draw a little bit of attention to ourselves. So what we really need is something in, and or we need.
What did he say? Why did he say he wouldn't sell it to you?
It's against the law. It's too much. New rules that the Dark Elves have imposed, or something of that nature.
I mean, could you just buy 5 barrels, then come back later?
We tried actually. I'm not an expert in disguise. Zane can definitely attest to it. He spotted me earlier today. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble with the law. Definitely not one of the things we need to do. We definitely need to keep our heads down.
It's not too difficult.
I can talk to the guy. I've been to the Blast Zone Inn many times. Hello?
Hello? Did we lose Tom? Tom, did you fall asleep?
Yep. All right. I'm back.
Okay.
I had to take care of something real quick. Anyway, so like I was, yes. So you could talk to him. You know him, and you do. You actually,
Yeah.
he's the father of Emma.
Yeah, I can talk to him.
Well,
But
that would be.
I'm not. I need to know why. I'm not. I mean, I don't want to just betray his trust for no reason. I mean, I need a little bit more than we're gonna blow something up. I'm not saying I got to tell him what it's for. I just need to know for myself.
Right. Well, putting it plainly, we are going to. We're it to.
I'm sorry. Come again?
I am waiting for the green light.
Right for the green light.
Yes.
Waiting for the green
There we
light.
go. So, we're going to use it to overthrow the current governance. Let's say that.
So you're gonna do some subterfuge to coup the government. Whichever.
Yes.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Well, and do you think this would end the war on the north?
Well, yeah, I hear it. Things have kind of progressed past the point of turn in the north. Word just came back. Well, something really terrible happened there. These just went dark. So exactly or what's going
I can't understand you.
bad.
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 It's all going bad.
Bad war in the north. That's what
Like I was saying, war in the north, things have progressed in a horrid manner, and a lot of cities just went exactly sure what happened. We're currently investigating, and we'll find out shortly, I suppose.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. I'll talk to him for you, but I can't promise it'll go. He'll agree.
Well, do your best. If he doesn't, we'll have to go a different way. So we'll have to figure out what that looks like.
Also, I'm not convinced that the where are we sure like the place where we're talking right now is isn't being listened on. Just putting that out there.
Are you worried that that would be happening?
Yes. Seems to be a lot of sneaky demons around this place.
Like scrying?
Like what?
Scrying.
Well, perhaps.
So what? I'm sorry. What are you thinking? You're asking. Think that.
Is this conversation we're having right now private, or,
Well, that depends on how much attention you guys have on you. Hopefully, not too much.
Probably not too much, but
That's why we came here. Not a lot of people who are very sympathetic, and looks around. Seems like we've gone unnoticed.
okay. So we can go about making this transaction for you. Where does it need to be? How are you going to move it out without drawing attention? Actually, that's your problem, not ours.
Exactly. Just secure the deal. Mask. Yane, contact us when it's done. And
All right.
they go to leave.
I'm sure I know how to contact them already.
You do.
Okay.
My internet is just plain cool.
It is so fun. It's actually, you should just play a character that has a hard time speaking English.
Yeah.
This is actually Abyssal right now, is what he's speaking.
Win the game, you must kill me.
That is hilarious.
They're so funny.
Okay. So taking care of business. What's next?
I guess it's time to go to the Blast Zone Inn, boys.
Let's do it. We've only been trying to
we've
do this for
also-
like 3 months.
We've got a ton of gold that we could spend too if we need to pick up anything before we do that. But that's up to you guys.
Are those rings attunement required?
Yes.
Probably, but it's worth it.
Oh, did you pick up what you
Sure.
needed, Misha? I might have missed that.
The shield thing.
Shield
Yeah.
thing, yes or no?
That was the thing I needed. I have
right.
it.
Okay, you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
we
awesome.
just did that like
I might have
Just
missed that.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure.
I don't want one of those rings. I need about 15,000 more gold, and then I can buy the thing I want.
Yeah.
Same,
I
actually.
see.
Can I just like default just drop 1,000 gold and get one of the rings? I think I've got
They're not 1,000. They're 10,000.
10,000.
I'm not
Mm.
spending 10,000 on that. I will be charmed.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
that
we-
charm. Oh wait, I can't.
We're just
Literally,
fail
you
our
can
fucking,
rage.
holy mission.
I'm trying to count how many things I have. So like the helm thingy counts as an attunement. The stone counts as an attunement.
Yep.
And I just got something. I forget what it was.
Shield.
Shield doesn't attune.
I don't think that requires attunement. At least it wasn't stated to us.
No, I always said it didn't require attunement. That was one of the reasons I got it. It's just a tower shield. It's a good shield. Trying to think if there's anything else I have in my repertoire. I got a stone and I got the hat. Yeah, I've got 2, so we can get 3. So I'll spend 10,000 on a ring. I'm sorry, I remember mind flayers from another.
Do you have 10,000 gold?
Yeah, didn't we just make 800?
I-
We had 1,800, so
You got
Oh, wait.
2250.
Is that the platinum you're talking about?
yeah. Then I must have put the wrong amount.
I definitely put the wrong amount. Okay, I put the wrong amount.
18.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna guess. No, that's right. Okay, we're good. 57 weight just from the gold.
Good thing we aren't playing with that boring fucking mechanic.
That's so much gold. I mean, can you
Yeah.
even carry 2,800
You
gold?
can't.
Like,
That's why you have bags of holding.
I have
right.
2,900 gold, and so I do not have an.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty-
definitely put down the wrong amount. I was like, oh
pretty
sweet,
far
there we go, I'll
down.
afford one.
What'd
It's
you
a
say, Joe?
lot of cool gold pieces.
Nothing.
Never mind. Healing potions would probably be a good idea.
Yep, need more of
Ooh.
those.
Yeah, I'm out
Like
2,
rubbing my
but
stomach where I got gashed.
again.
Yeah. Got a lot of scars
You're
on me.
building up those scars, yeah. Chick stick scars.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start heading over to the Blast Zone Inn. Is that correct?
I
cool with that.
believe that is
That's
where
my
we're
vote.
headed.
Yeah, let's do it.
Haldir knows where it is from memory. He's been there quite a few times. And so you guys arrive. Gosh, my internet's.
Go for it. You're fine.
All right. You guys arrive. About 40 minutes it takes to move over to this area. It's big manufacturing. There's a lot of action going on, and the air is pretty accurate. It's pretty filled with smoke. But you will eventually land at an inn where loud, boisterous singing is coming from. Pretty much in the middle of the day. There's a lot of patrons already, and it's a pretty hopping joint. As you walk in, Haldi, it takes only a few moments before a few people start to recognize you and wave at you.
I'll give him a nod.
Sure. And a tankard flies at you from behind the counter. Intentionally missed, but splashes at you. Be darned! It's Haldir! Come on, man. Come on. Let's see. What you been up to, boy?
So I'll go over and say hi. Quite a lot of things, really. Too much to disclose in a quick setting. That's for sure.
Sure. Well, what brings you in town and immediacy? What can I do for you?
Well, quite a few things, really. Well, first, me and my friends here. This is, and I'll go through and introduce everybody.
Sure.
At some point, though probably not quite yet, we're looking to go into the Hollow Peaks. Got a few things we got to do there. We're looking for a guy, and there's a dragon we might need to deal with, and some mind flayers we probably need to deal with. Lots of dealing with things,
That sounds a bit familiar. Dunwald might be somebody looking to talk to. I remember he had a run in dealing with that sort of thing. I think something with mind control.
Well, I'll be sure to give him a talk. But another thing I wanted to talk to you about is probably a bit more private. If we could arrange that at some point.
Oh, sure, son. I suppose we could go now. Private, like just me and you.
Well, I mean, they could come, or if you are more comfortable, they can stay. It doesn't quite matter.
I trust you, so just you and I. Come on now, I'll take you to the back room. And he leads you to an office, and you see that this big, bearded dwarf, black, bill in his beard and his hair, he's just covered in grease, pretty much. But he leads you to the back room, sets you down on a chair, and plops up, pours a drink from a tankard that he has back there, sets one for you. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a swig.
All right. What do you got for me then, Aldir?
Well, there's not really a way to dance around it, I suppose. So you had some people come in here, from my understanding, looking to buy a bunch of explosives.
Yeah, I remember a couple of dark-looking boys doing that.
Yeah, well, their group, their people they represent. They're from where I come from, Solura, and I mean, I don't want to put you in a tough spot or anything, but I think you should sell it to them, because I think what they're trying to do would be good for the world and the people of it.
Hey, Aldir boy, you think that those books are going to use 24 barrels of blasting powder for good? I
Well,
think you're naive, man.
it depends. It would be good depending who you ask. I mean,
Innocent people are going to die, no matter what. 24 barrels, that's a lot. You level city blocks, no problem. Especially if they don't know what they're doing. I don't think I can do that.
well, I've learned a lot about the city of Jelrin since I made my return, and there's some pretty nasty fucking business going on here with the current leadership and all that. I mean, I've seen some crazy things here. The whole place is just, there's demons all over the city.
I know, boy. It looks pretty bad, and it is. It is. But here's the thing. I know you weren't around for it, but about 4 months hence, there was a riot, I guess I'll call it. There's a run on the treasury. Everybody thought that there was no gold there. Some tip from the Thieves Guild, and the guilds got into it. I'm telling you, all the counselors, all the guilds, every mercenary in the city was in. It was a bloodbath, and this what's his name? This fucking King Mathael Darum. That's it. He was a shipwright, master shipwright. He got to put things back together after it completely shit the bed. So, I mean, I understand that there's some shady stuff going on, but I can't in good conscience put out a weapon like that to people I don't know.
I understand. I mean, I just happen to know that, the people in charge of Jelrin, I mean, they're the ones responsible for, like, countless, and I mean countless deaths. Like, on our way here, there's whole cities that are being blockaded. We had to sneak around a bunch of, like, giants and trolls, and I mean, it's really bad out there. They're pretty much taking over the world and filling it with people from the underground.
That sounds pretty dangerous, lad, but I'll tell you, things have been pretty peaceful here for the past few months since things has kind of been shaken up. Uh, I'll think about it, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
All right. Well, it's not intending to be a threat by any means. I'm just letting you know that those are. While I do think that what they're trying to do would be good, they are dangerous people, and I don't know what they're going to do if you don't sell it to them. So I'm just informing you, so you know.
You telling me I better watch my back, boy? Huh?
I'm not saying I'm going to do anything. I definitely won't be, but I don't know what they'll do.
That's
So,
pretty disappointing. Didn't suspect you'd start running with crowds like that.
I'm not really running with them, you see. I just happen to know who they are, and they knew who I am, and they asked me if I'd talk to you.
Sure. Well, you did, and you got my answer.
I respect it.
Anyways, well, let's go get some drinks for your friends.
Sure.
And you guys step out. What have you guys been doing? Just kind of chilling? You joining in on any of the songs?
I mean, it's still like afternoon at this point. Right?
Yeah. There's still people getting destroyed.
Rowdy.
Yeah. They start early.
I'm reading my Bible right now at the bar.
Reading your Bible at the bar. That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you guys all join back up, and you kind of have a table to yourselves after a few moments, as Grinley gets you what you need. Yeah. What do you do?
I'll tell him. Yeah, he's not really going for it. So you'll have to tell your buddies that they're going to have to figure something else out.
I don't think your buddies accept no.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, so I don't really know what to do about that. But I mean, he says as bad as things seem here, that it's been going pretty well for the people of Joran, so he doesn't really think it would be a good idea.
Other than the whole demonic infiltration.
Minus the town we just came from that was besieged. I mean, are we talking percentages? I mean, if we are, that's okay.
No, I think he's talking about, he's a man who lives in a city, and the city's doing all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the whole country.
I thought we were too, actually.
Okay, good. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Should get my foreigner ways.
Joran is not the name of the country.
No, it's not.
More people live in Jelrin, percentage-wise, than they do in any other part of Jeopardy, though. So, in one way, it is kind of the country.
The bulk of the country.
Yes.
I mean, some good, some bad. 'Tis how things go. Like water.
Yeah, like water.
What?
It is the flow of things. The question is, are you going to oppose it? Yes? Sorry, Misha is very much like, not necessarily true neutral, but she's very neutral. If this is a good for the people, then it's a good for the people. So
Got it.
doesn't
Got
exactly
it.
want to get squashed herself or anything.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're gonna tell your boys, but he's not interested. I don't really blame him.
That won't help him, though.
Hmm?
It won't help him. opposing his boys will not help him.
No,
You probably
definitely
don't.
not.
If I had to
But,
pick, or Haldir, if you had to pick, who do you think would come out on top? She says as she's poking Yane's muscular torso.
Yeah, I'm looking over like it's pretty clear cut.
Are you
You
saying
shouldn't
cut as in flex?
underestimate these people.
Yeah, I'm flexing. Flexing. Good joke.
But what's the name of the guy you said I should talk to? Tom?
For what? Grenly Boldhammer? That was the guy that you were just talking to.
No. The he said someone else was talking about mind control stuff.
Dunwald.
Dunwald.
Yeah. Is he around?
Yeah, you start asking around for Dunwald. You see a half orc who's like really deep in his cups. He's got this kind of like gray hair all the way back, and you would suspect that this guy was at some point he was probably super fit, but now he's just gone all fat. He is a tank. And he's sitting at the bar, and he's just talking with some people, and he seems to be in pretty good cheer.
All tank, no spank.
I'll approach him.
Hi, boy. I think I remember seeing you around here a long time ago. What can I do for you?
Hey, I remember seeing you too. I think. I was just chatting with I don't remember that guy's name.
Grenly.
Yeah, Grinley. And he said you might know you knew a thing or two about some mind flayers maybe, and some hollow peak action.
You can see his face kind of changes really quickly to something a bit more somber. I'm not really inclined to talk about that, if I'm being honest. And there weren't no mind flayers, if that's what you're asking about specifically. But yeah, boy, and that's not the story I want to really revisit.
Well, can you tell me this? You've been there.
Yes.
Obviously you don't have to, but if I could persuade you to tell me some things about it, that would be pretty helpful. Because, for better or for worse, me and my companions are going to be going there, and
Boy,
I know
I really
it's-
wouldn't recommend that. Not in the slightest.
yes,
I know
So
I
I
don't look it, but at one point I was an adventurer, and I had a crew some 20 years ago. We went in there. I know the way. I still remember it, but things I saw down there, they ain't worth talking about, given light in today's kind times. So I don't. I'd really rather not.
well, they're not so kind for everyone, and we'd be going there to try and make them kinder. So
Well, what's your aim? Treasure. That's where we thought we were gonna get. If that's what you're looking for, I'd turn around.
No, not really. We're fairly certain that there's a man from where we come from who is being held captive in the Hollow Peaks, and we look to find him and free him.
You see, kind of like a little bit of recognition kind of cross his face. I think I saw him, but yeah. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Saw him.
Did it not work?
I don't see anything.
Hey,
Wow.
Big
All right.
persuasion. The honey tongue.
All right. Get me 3 double whisks and let's find someplace a bit quieter. I'll tell you what I know. I guess. If only to try and convince you to go there.
I order him 3 whiskeys. And I assume
Alright.
he just means like a quieter table or something, right?
Yeah.
So we can go back to wherever table we were sitting at.
Sure. So he goes through each one. Kind of takes a big deep breath. It's like this. Robin, our party leader, caught wind of a tale. There's a huge treasure guarded by a city of wraiths. That's how she heard. And so Carlin, Minst, and I, we went to work doing some research on finding a road to this abandoned city that's supposedly in the Hollow Peaks. And we find out there's a couple ways to get there. There's this sunken road, and then there's the fireways, which you get to anywhere in the Hollow Peaks going through the fireways, but there's a bunch of salamanders down there. It's pretty well known. So that's why we chose it. Better that enemy that we know than the enemy that we don't. So we prepared ourselves pretty good. Gathered up some supplies from Ash Hold. And we went through the fireways, and it was fairly uneventful. You'd be surprised, but we had to beat down a few of the nasty little blizzards. Before we kind of came up onto these big open caves. You know, it's the Hollow Peaks in general. Something about the things were structured, the stone, the way it was cut is just different. It was older. And it was just get slick everywhere. And it's just like there's constant fog and mist in the air. The water that we found there, and even the water in our canteens, went pretty quick. To where you couldn't hold it down for more than 10 minutes. And so at that point, Carlin, like, let's go back. You know, shifty rogue that he was pretty scared. But we said, no, he'll be all right. Payoff's worth it. We already came this far. It was about 2 days. So we keep going, these slick stones, big open areas, but it's fairly even. We keep going until we start in these pillars, these columns. And they don't like they're holding up nothing. Can't even see the ceiling though.
Yeah.
So start seeing the structures like it's a city, but the architecture is all weird, and some of the doorways are small, like for a dwarf, for a gnome. Some of them tall, skinny, like not a creature I know. There's these outcroppings that come from the stone to places we couldn't really understand. And the city is just it's really alien. And as that came across the wraiths, like we knew it, and we were pretty prepared. Dispatched them, no problem. But even still, Carlin was like, oh boys, we better get out. We said no. It's days. It's not too big a deal. And then we start seeing shadows on the walls. And they just keep coming. It's just out of the corner of your eye, you can always see something moving. Something just floating there. They look like tentacles almost. And teeth and It was terrifying, but we figure it's just a cursed place, and there's dark fiends, essence still floating around, but this place is long dead. So we keep going until we see this big set of doors. It was after we moved through a big portion of this city. And we opened the doors. Took some effort. Pried a moment, really. I remember breaking a couple of picks, actually, going at those doors. But we open them, and we see almost instantly the glint of gold. And we're like, oh, this is the payoff. We've done it. So we all step in, mouths drooping, hungry for that treasure. And we start sliding. The floor's false to go straight through the treasure. And we see down below us as we're sliding in, and it's steep and it's far. There's this pit filled with water, but it plateaus out, and there's these balconies, right? So we slide in there. We just barely stop before going over the edge, but there's this light coming from the bottom. It's this like teal energy. And we see this orb is set in the middle of this pool of water. And below it, we see tons and tons of gems and gold and treasure and weapons of all kinds. And we think, now we did it. But then this presence came into my mind, and I think my partner's as well. And we started to rip each other to shreds. The only person who didn't lose their mind was Robin. She held her own, trying to convince us to calm down. Right then, I put my blade through Carlin, cleaved his skull in two. I looked over to her, and I was going to chop her up. But she got pulled in. Something pulled her down into the water. Well, at least beyond the ledge. I walked over to see what it was, because there was no one else on the platform to kill. And there she was, getting pulled by 4 tentacles. They ripped her limbs off, ate her corpse. The blood ran red, or the pool ran red. And then they sent me out. They commanded me. This voice in my head. I remember climbing up the slick wall and scabbing up my hands and my legs really bad. I remember walking hungry, dehydrated, delirious. Most of all, I just kept on seeing what I'd done to my friend. What they did to her. After about a day of walking, I felt myself, but the damage is already done. I still smell all the time. Try and drink it away, but just keeps coming back. So in any event, I'd say it's not worth your time. Don't suffer the same fate as my friends, please.
Very sorry to hear that.
It's pretty tragic.
So what do you think that giant orb of light was?
I didn't get a look at it. Not really.
But you mentioned you thought you saw the guy I was talking about.
It could have been a man. Or it could have been some magic or illusion. I mean, I couldn't trust half the things I saw when I was leaving. So I don't really know.
But what did you see?
In the pit, I would say I saw a man. But he was like frozen. Didn't
That would make
move and
sense.
didn't react.
You wouldn't by chance know what he looked like or anything, would you?
He thinks on it. I'm afraid that's a detail that's been lost to me.
I'll describe to him what I think Lycidas looks like based on like what his spirit thing looks like. Does that sound like at all what you saw? Maybe.
Could be, lad. I mean, like I said, he was in a pool of water. There was magic flowing around, and things escalated pretty quickly after I saw it. So it's possible that's what it was.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to have dug up the past on you, but I really appreciate you telling us what you did.
Tells us a lot, actually. Helps us a lot.
Sure. Well, again, no matter how prepared you think you are, stay away from it. It's not worth it. And with that, he gets up, sways a little bit, and walks off to the privy.
Well, I think after hearing that, it's pretty clear that we need everyone to have one of those anti-charm rings because the influence of the mind flayers is pervasive. It's not just when they're right on top of you.
When I'm not angry, I'll definitely need one.
You know, Haldir, you've seen that guy around in a fat form. So, like, long past his adventuring days. And you've, heard about him as he's a common patron here. So, you know some stories about that one. His glory days were like 20 years ago. So that was a fairly long time ago when that event's occurred.
Doesn't exactly inspire confidence, does it?
No. They just need to be well prepared for what's there.
And we'll accomplish it for sure.
Yes. Let's not we need to gather some cash money though. Before the proper war is necessary. Maybe see if there's some sort of enchantments we can get for dealing with fire and obviously the mind control.
Yeah.
I mean, we can work around it. I mean, we definitely have our options for making it a little bit easier on us as long as we're well prepared.
Yes.
That would be the trick.
Making enough money to be well prepared.
Just being well prepared.
In general, yeah.
Purify food and water I can do.
After a few minutes, you guys are just kind of like mulling over your options, thinking about it. Grinley comes over. And he looks like he's kind of got, a bit of a puzzled look on his face. Boy, what did you say to Dunwald? He's in the privy crying, man.
Well, got him to tell us about when he went to the Hollow Peaks. And it's not a very kind story.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. But, man, your arrival's really not been a kind one. Namek was here not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, a couple weeks back he came in. And then bit more of this reunion. I'm not trying to get into your personal business, but Hemma is kind of taken up with Amos Ashblood, and Amos and his crew got recruited to go with Nam to visit some ruins or something. So she kind of took a little bit after you, I guess. Didn't want to stick around in town.
Where were the ruins?
Someplace in the north. I think they said Shattered Helm Plateau, something like that. They've gone a couple weeks now. I'm suspecting that they should be back pretty soon. Hemma's been giving me updates.
Why is the name Amos? Why do I remember
Is
that?
that the guy that we met back in?
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
No. Amos should mean nothing to anybody in this campaign.
All right,
All right.
that's fine.
Famous Amos.
Well,
But there-
I'm glad to see that things have been going well for you guys. Can't really say much the same for myself, but
You kind of went off on your own there pretty quick, like. What's
well,
been going on, boy?
our father was murdered. It's kind of what started this all off. And
Was he some important man? Like, why would he be killed?
well, I don't mind telling you this, but wasn't known to many. But he's the like surviving heir to the throne of Solura. And
I'm not sure that there's much of Solura left. I don't know when the last time you were there, but it's a mess up there.
yeah,
From what I'm hearing from the wizards that came by today, they said that some explosion went off. It's just leveled like 3 cities or something, and from what I hear, it's over. I mean, there's not sure what kind of magic can do that, but I'm not sure much of a home you got back there in Solura. Sorry to pound on the bad news.
No, we expected as much, kind of. But short of just joining the war, wasn't a whole lot we could do about it, I would say.
Kind of nods his head. Sometimes it's best to stay out of that. That's for sure.
The man we're looking for is in relation to our father's death. He's like a super old priest of the twins, you see. And when I say super old, I mean like 500 years or something like that.
That's longer than we've been on the continent.
Okay, maybe not that old. I don't know.
About 100 years old. 100 years ago he went to the mall.
Yeah, he's like 120 or 140 or something like that. I don't know.
Hollow Peaks.
But we've reason to believe he's still alive, and seems like what's that guy's name? Jesus, there's too many names, dude. He thinks he saw him in the maw, so he thinks he might have saw him. Saw a man, fitting kind of the description, but it's a long time ago, so he doesn't really know. And by the maw, I mean the Hollow Peaks.
Yep. It all gets a bit blurry after a while.
Together.
Once you get up there, I understand. Yeah, that's the way it is. So,
The Hollow Mall.
And then, we've had some people trying to kill us for some information that we had, and that's how we ended
you
up.
seem to have a rough go of things, and kind of honest, Em. I didn't go with you or anything like that. To be fair, but you know, we're here. If you need a place to stay, you're always welcome, and all your friends are as well, for free, of course.
Thank you very much.
Ken nods his head. Best of luck to you then. I got to be back to it then. He starts working again.
Give him a nod.
Table's yours.
A big explosion, huh?
Big bada boom.
Oh,
Interesting.
darkness coming over the land.
You all can make history checks,
Like Alfred told us.
except for Yane. No, Yane
Oh.
can make it too.
I can.
No, it's like when Donovan fucking blew
Wow,
up that
not
little
rolling good on that.
thing. That's what I was thinking of.
It's not bad.
Good
You
roll,
said
Kirill.
history.
Nice.
Didn't you say history?
I did.
Why is everybody rolling perception?
I
my fault. I was scrolled up.
Don't be an idiot.
I was scrolled up. Okay.
Hammond?
I'm sorry.
Let's
Tim-
do it. I mean, I don't really have proficiency, but I guess let's do it. You know, I mean,
Nobody does. The highest bonus was a 3.
14, baby.
So, the closest thing that you can recall, or the only thing that matters in your mind in relation to that event that was just described, was when Kinnick and the royal family all perished in a gigantic inferno in the Crown Peaks. That's the only time that you have heard of anything relative in scope. But even then, it was only just like a mountain peak that went up in flames, not like what he's describing as multiple cities. So,
Oh, so maybe they got the crown. It's probably likely.
It's not. I hope not.
Hmm.
Wait, would I even know anything about the crown? I can't remember.
The crown.
You know things we told you about it.
Right, fair enough.
I don't think that we shared the details of what we may have learned about the crown to Yane yet.
Did we not? I thought we
Maybe.
did.
I mean, I think we told him about what we're doing. I don't.
It's only been 3 weeks.
That was like a post or pre-Yane thing. Like we still had what's his name in the group before he got his
Tao.
brain sucked out. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
I mean,
Yeah, but they probably got.
I mean,
the
I've been
crown
told a little bit.
considering-
we don't need to tell you in a lot anyway.
I
We just
thought
kind
we
of
should
just
sit down with him and okay, never mind. It's been so long that
I don't think that you ever specifically discussed those things with Yane.
Yeah. With Yane, we just point at things and tell him to kill him.
Yeah.
That's all we
That
need
I'm-
to do.
could be,
I'm
yeah,
happy with
That's
that.
kind of Yane's orders. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Yane want to know?
I mean, as long.
I mean, no. Okay, so
Well,
you
no,
shall
I'll
ask Yane.
say.
You're at a
Yane?
table all together. Yane.
There, with great knowledge comes great responsibility, or a lack thereof, I guess, if you choose
mean-
not to do anything.
y-
Thank you.
Your past issues before me joining are your own. I'm here to take the place of Tao and make sure everything goes smoothly and still following the orders of Donovan. But if it'll help me in any way, I would like to know. But if it won't help me in any way, you guys can keep it to yourself.
Depends on how much you care about your nationality.
I mean, my nationality is more with the Band of Unum than it is actually
But the
nationalism,
Unum-
I guess.
The Band of Unum is stationed within Solura, though.
Yeah, but we tend to abide by the people who pay the most.
So if Solura loses this war based on everything I'm hearing that's actually happening, you'd be okay.
I don't think. I mean, that's a tough issue to come
It's just a question that you can be
of
okay, it's
morality.
fine. No,
I think-
it's honestly Misha does.
Right.
She's questioned the Soluran people who have been fighting with other people on the borders for a while.
I mean, at first it was a matter of just following orders, but now that I've, been a part of the group, I've, come to appreciate more of what we're trying to accomplish.
Oh, yay, that is so sweet.
Yeah, but I still want to kill things, so let's not get too emotional.
I think it's too late.
Yeah, I know I've killed a lot of things.
Well, I mean, I think we can assume that somebody has gotten the crown, right? Like, I mean, given that we believe Mandat Twitter was fake, pretty much. Actually, we know it now. And yeah.
I'll be right back.
The guy that we're
Yes.
trying to find in the Hollow Peaks? We have a shot of him.
No, it is Lucetta. Yeah, it's like his.
It was like a simulacrum, basically, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we left it there. That's also where Jonathan was. And that's also where that sword was that
No, we left it there, or you guys left it there.
I wanted to keep it.
That's right. The reason that I thought that we didn't was because we told Richard Talm about it, but we didn't have it on hand, I think.
I don't remember that at all, but okay.
I don't particularly remember that.
Still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just missing Tammin, but you're good.
Sure. Well, I mean, you guys were in the middle of a discussion. I had to step away for a second. Not sure where it ended.
We were discussing who we thought had the crown.
Okay.
We left it in the specially hidden place.
Yeah, but I mean, someone probably has it now. I mean,
Yeah.
if they ate Tao's brain, then they know how to do the trials, right? And then the man out to where we killed wasn't the real one, so the real one probably
Town knew the way in as well, so they wouldn't even have to do the
Yeah.
trial.
Oh yeah, that too. So
Figured
yeah,
that was our issue from forever ago.
they probably have it, and that's probably why the place lit on fire.
Well, in retrospect, we probably should have just took that crown with us, but
You know, maybe we should go where. Maybe we should go to where that lady, who we took the summons to, and like kidnap her and make her take us to this kid's arcade.
The summons.
Just kill all of them, you know.
Just get it done, clean the slate. Can we even do that?
I don't know. But,
do you think we're capable of doing that? That's a lot of baddies.
I don't know, but I'm pretty much tired of a lot of them.
I mean, aren't we also dealing with King What's His Face from?
Dealing with everybody at the once.
I mean, they fucking invaded for a reason. They're a bunch of demons. They're interested in all these.
Mm-hmm.
They were interested in the ore. They were interested in Mando's Weird. They were interested in everything. So they're connected to this. They invaded at a very suspicious time.
Misha and Tammin, over this conversation, you also may recall your vision that you were given a long time ago, and whether or not you deem that's relevant to the conversation. Might be
She had described to everybody the vision of everything burning down. I thought. Yeah, I assumed it was the same one.
I'm pretty sure it's in a direct message.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's
the
not
end of
very much.
everything. Rotten.
It's not very much for you, Misha.
Yeah, it was.
I found it pretty quick. So this is just a little bit up. If you're at your computer, otherwise I can send it to you again. And this isn't really something. I mean, with all of your guys' visions, it's not really something that you guys kind of like forget or fade into your memory. When you think about it, you pretty much accurately recall exactly what you saw for each of you.
Since this was years ago.
No, it was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten older. No, and no, but I mean, like, I think I just remember it in general too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like how. Same thing, but there was the big thing that opens up over the mountains. He steps out through the. Everything's turning to dust, but then he steps on it and he burns it up.
What kind of entity?
I was a massive, like, Titan-looking thing, I think. Hold on. Yeah. A horned face comes forward and grins on the world it is about to prey upon. The reek of death becomes over. Long, lanky legs, its skin yellowed with infection, purple and bruising, black. It has a regular foot. It was about the size of a mountain, I thought, too. Yeah, because it treads upon the peaks of the golden flames erupts and wash over the creature as it burns it away. Am I wrong in my assumptions that this was like a very large, like mountain-sized creature?
Yes, you're not wrong. That's what the vision showed you. It showed you a massive creature doing that, but
Yeah.
it's a vision. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that the creature itself.
Oh, it's still got dream aspects to it. We did. But if they're having an in-character discussion on it, Misha would remind you the world was rot and it consumed a rotted.
So as you guys are kind of like discussing this and going back and forth about it, I would say that the details of your vision are pretty well hammered out, and so instead of speaking in the vague, I'll just post the vision that you guys had in campaign info.
We definitely did a discussion of this in character because our visions were too similar, and we
So
had
now,
a moment with
Carol
the
and
crown
Conan
burning
can-
everything up that we.
Yep. so you guys are kind of just thinking about this, muddling it over.
Going into detail.
Yep. But action's still yours. So whatever you guys would like to do, you can speak it into being. Otherwise, I will not rush you along.
I don't really see the linchpin of it. I don't know.
That
mean-
the crown is basically how this thing is going to bust into the world? Or?
Well, I don't know if that's what I got out of it, but maybe. I mean, from the sounds of it, everything already lit on fire. Like, nobody said anything about any monsters, but maybe there were. I don't know.
Again, so it's a vision, so it's not necessarily literal. It's also, metaphorical, or just symbolic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you guys discuss your goings-ons, figuring out exactly what this all means. As you guys are kind of having this conversation, the day kind of carries on. People are coming in and going, and you're not bothered for the most part. So an hour passes, a couple hours pass. You guys are just having the opportunity to sit and chat.
Well, I think we need to make some decisions about what we're trying to do.
Oh, we were trying to save our dad. Like, that was the whole point.
That is
Yeah,
the
But
initial
that's
reason we went
not
to the
going
Hollow
to
Peaks.
be possible, it sounds like, now, if the whole thing's been broken into. His body was in there.
Well, we don't know if that's
With-
happened. We presume that it has, but We do know Lycidas, who we essentially somehow interacted with in some capacity, is in the Hollow Peaks. That's still worth pursuing at some point. You know, we still have the whole lead on Sacantus Arcanum with Mandout Dweir. I know that we don't know where he is, but that's something we could track down and ask around.
I'm more meant like, we're here in Jelrin. We got we're kind of playing two sides of the same coin right now,
Are we?
I mean,
Yeah, we definitely are. We
Definitely
have
are.
Nash and we have Donovan. Like at both, essentially, I wouldn't say that they're necessarily conflicting interests for us, but they're definitely
there's
100%
100% conflicting interests.
Well, Donovan isn't necessarily okay with it, but he let us go. And
What do you mean? I mean, okay.
Well, what are you saying?
Literally said they were going to try and overthrow the ruling class. That's literally who Nash is. What? How are they not conflicting?
Do you think Donovan is the ruling class?
No, Jesus.
Well, then I don't understand the correlation between the two individuals that we're comparing. Because Donovan is...
He's saying that
Donovan
Nash is the ruling class.
The ruling class. That's AKA Nash.
Sorry, I thought you said Nash was trying to overthrow the ruling class.
Other way around.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
And I feel like we should maybe be on the same page about what we want, who we are more aligned with.
Supporting.
I kind of hate. I mean, obviously, I don't really like the demons and shit, but I kind of like them better than fucking Donovan. That guy's a slime ball. So I don't know. In a perfect world, they just kill each other.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
I
don't know how realistic that is.
I've been muted. God damn it.
Aww.
I was gonna say I've got my own allegiances that I have to, abide by, but
I mean, obviously, that would be.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
You don't have to do anything. You choose to do things.
Yeah.
If you choose that, that's fine. But you don't have to. You're not like Jimmy the Cuck. You have free will.
I mean, free will up until I've got a knife in my back, but
Yeah, and you can freely choose to die.
I'm sure I freely will.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to such a thing, and that the decisions make themselves more plainly known by then. It's not something we need to worry about right now.
I kind of think it's something we need to worry about soonish.
What is our number one goal here?
Go into the Hollow Peaks where he could also probably prepare more to not get.
I think so as
destroyed by
well, although I'm a little shaken on specific requirements needed to truly venture in there safely. But I suppose we could really just ask around. In that particular trade hub seems like a good place. There seems like many able-bodied individuals who might be more or less comfortable with going into Hollow Peaks that we could ask.
Yeah, but also we need some work.
Oh, you think we should bring extra people with us?
No, I think we should ask them what kind of experiences we should expect within the Hollow Peaks.
We just got that.
Horribleness, it sounds like.
Yes, obviously, that is the most nondescript possible way to know what's going on in the Hollow Peaks. We should know more specifics about what we might encounter in there.
Yeah, were you not here?
Like the pit, the salamanders, the
I'm actually
we've
asking,
run into
were you not here for the guy's 20-minute description of what they encountered in the Hollow Peaks?
Pretty gnarly.
Holy fuck, you Kirk.
Well, it's recorded.
Let's just say it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, he told us all kinds of things. He told us about the way he took, There's salamanders. that you have to
Murdering his
deal
own
with,
people.
there's
Wraith,
Very nice.
pervasive mind
Wraiths.
control.
Sounds good.
The water.
Must have dozed off, guys.
Anal
Water
fisting.
decays, whether it's in
Anal
a
fist.
canteen or not. There's big city. There's all the surfaces are really slippery. There's fucking smoke and like gas that
They were able to,
permeates the area.
the mind
There's
players were able to
shadowy fiends all over the place.
were
And
able
that's
to
just the beginning.
influence everyone's mind without them even being remotely close to.
Guys,
He never,
this doesn't
at
sound
any
good.
point, he
Said
never
mind
at any
flayer.
point said mind flayers
Yeah, I mean, he said he saw shadows of tentacles.
and giant
Cthulhu.
moths with teeth.
So I'm going to use some liberties and assume that they're mind flayers in the shadows.
Or
Sure.
things that are of the same ilk.
Or things that we've
Yes.
never.
I haven't
yeah.
heard that in a while.
There are
Those
other mind
monsters that
controllable
are, like-
monsters that we have not encountered nor know about.
Yeah, like the greater mind flayers that are less humanoid. I don't remember that. Someone mentioned.
Perhaps, yeah. I
So-
don't know.
What I'm hearing is the Hollow Peaks is going to totally TPK.
I mean,
Mm.
you're just gonna
I
get
mean,
we're
out
not
of,
prepared.
out of character,
And
it does
we're
sound
not
like
sure
that, doesn't it?
why we're going if the whole reason why we're going is moot.
Well, it's not moot because there's just some weird shit with our
Yes,
god
but
and
Carol,
you know,
if we
my-
go in
you
there
know-
and die, then it is actually moot. Because the whole point is to go
well,
in there.
okay. I'm not saying we go in there right away. I'm saying we prepare a little more. Make sure everyone
Hey,
is
I
resistant
agree
to pervasive mind
100%.
control.
I think the only concern is that we initially had this time crunch of feeling like we had to get there, get this information from this guy to help us with this thing back at the Fortress of Lycidas up in Solura, and we believe, unless I'm mistaken, that timetable may now be irrelevant because it is extremely likely that since Mandout has had that mind flayer rip the information out of Tao's head, that he already has access to the fortress, and all need of haste getting back there is stripped away. Am I?
Well, still, our
off on that?
god's power is being gimped by this by these mind flayers, controlling this guy.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But again, if that is, so I can't remember where the guy outside Gendia said, was that occurring in the Maw or the Hollow Peaks? Where those, because we learned that they were giants actually.
Yeah, they're giants and
Corporeal beings.
but like portions of their power and soul is being held to protect the soul of Lycidas from
Sure.
massive from the mind flayers, and they're pervasively doing it consistently and have been for 100 years.
Yeah, I do remember that. But what I'm saying is, if the power of them is being used to preserve Lycidas in such a way in the Hollow Peaks, but they're in the Maw, we could visit them in the Maw if we find that possible, and actually speak to them, or something, or learn anything about that power to give us more information going into the Hollow Peaks.
I think that would be more suicide.
Well, maybe. It sounds to me like the Hollow Peaks is more dangerous than the Maw. Personally.
The Maw is so far from here.
But
yeah,
also,
it is. But it's also.
I mean, the
Good
story
thing.
we were told is the
We've sort of been
adventuring
there.
party, kind of got there. They had some issues, but they didn't until they were having a decent go at it until they got ambushed and mind controlled by mind flayers.
Okay, so what do you guys propose? Because it sounds like Hollow Peaks and the Maw are both off the table, which are both places that we could find useful information. Anyway, so
Yukar,
we just-
what's your trait that you can observe when you're observing somebody for a certain amount of time?
The fighter.
Stalker.
It's literally just when I'm observing an individual for more than a minute, and by observing it means interacting with another creature outside of combat, I can learn information about them that the DM... I basically, you have to tell me something that I choose about them, which can either be strength score, dexterity score, it's listed off, constitution score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels. I have to say the class, and you have to tell me if they have any class levels
Sure.
of that.
Sure.
Or innately fighter class levels, if any. And I can pick 2 of those.
Well, you definitely did Dunwald for more than a minute.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would ask, does he have any fighter class levels?
Yes. 12.
You have to tell me.
Oh.
Okay, 12.
So we're kind of outclassed by a
Well, I
ton.
mean, it's just more of us.
We're just
but-
6,
And
and then
what is
he's-
his constitution score?
18.
Sure. He's a big boy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
that's
a little bit. We're a little light.
I mean, that's obviously information that
for all
only I
these
really know, but I mean, I don't think we're
Yeah.
jumping to fight this guy, so.
No, but that's
but he's
the
the one
guy who was in the Hollow
yeah.
Peaks. You cursed.
So like that's
No, I
how
get
we would.
that. I mean, he's obviously a big dude and he got fucked up.
Well, he didn't.
So, well, but I'm saying he had to run out on his own.
He
He
didn't.
can't just chill in there on his own, even as a level
He was-
12
he
guy.
was- Commanded
How,
to leave.
how
that-
did you miss this?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
So he killed all of his party members, and then he was forced to flee. Like they made him flee, because they wanted to torment him. Is kind of the way that you would look at it, because he remembers everything vividly.
Mhm. That's the
So-
point.
So it was not necessarily that he was incapable of dealing with the encounter. He might have been. That wasn't my intent in saying that, but it's just
I hear
it's.
ya. I mean,
it's
obviously,
even-
his people turned on him,
Yeah.
so. He had too much action economy against him.
Pervasive mind control was the major issue.
I see.
Although their paladin did get ripped into quarters.
Yeah, the paladin was fine, but she got killed by tentacle monsters.
Tentacle guys.
Yes, and so you know that that's definitely not illithid. They don't really rip people's body parts off with their tentacles. They mostly just eat brains.
Well, I don't know much about anything of that other than the illithids eat brains. I haven't seen.
Oh, we
any
know.
Well,
big monsters.
they're. I mean, you saw an illithid.
No, I'm saying
you,
that I
you
don't
know
know.
that there's not really any.
Yeah.
They come off their face. You know, they're like they're like Davy Jones type tentacles. They're
Yeah. I'm saying that I definitely have no idea what could possibly have tentacles other than an illithid, and they wouldn't be gigantic tentacles. Anything that I'm familiar with, anyways.
I don't know, some kind of squid.
There's
Actual
a lot
squid.
of different
A
kinds
squid in the
of illithid, I
mountains.
believe.
I don't know, some kind of aberrative squid. I don't know.
All right, so wait. So the real question is, are we going into this place that's going to kill us?
Not right now.
Obviously not, which is what I've been trying to get at. Obviously, we can't go to the mall or the Hollow Peaks.
So how do we? But we're supposed to also message. We got scrolls of message. How does the message spell work again? Hold on.
Isn't it sending or
There's
not?
so many things going on.
I didn't think it was
Well-
message. Wasn't it sending? Spell scrolls.
Yeah, that's why you guys
The
definitely
Duke of
need to
Gendia
hunker
gave
down
us scrolls to communicate with him.
You got
Yeah.
sending spells. You got sending spells to communicate with.
It was communicate with him, but
Yes.
I'm just checking to see if I could use him for something.
Can't remember
else.
if we were.
The scroll itself is just a scroll of sending, so you could send a message to anybody.
But they wouldn't be able to send it back.
They would be able to send it back.
No.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
Can answer immediately in a like manner.
My point is like we could literally target the vision of, or the simulacrum or whatever, the ghost of the guy that we talked to in the thing, and be like, hey, is the crown still there? I just have to be familiar with him, and we were familiar with him because we spent a pretty long time around it. Several? Let me check.
I think
7.
Several.
Oh,
I think I only gave you 3.
I don't have them on my character sheet because Haldir had them on his
If
character.
you don't have them on your character as anything more than 3, then you have 3.
They were on Haldir's character sheet, but
Uh,
you took them
it
because you
was
thought
3,
they were a wizard.
and then I told you to put them on yours.
All right, well, I'll put
'cause I
3
can't use
sending.
them.
My point is, we could send a message now, find out if we were actually even doing anything in the hollow peak.
Well, first of all, I don't know who you presume we would send a message to.
To the ghost of frickin' what's his face? Yeah. No, not in the hollow peaks. No, Lycidas, who's in the shepherd, whatever. Yeah. We're assuming we know what's
That's
going
his
on.
ghost, though. He's not like a full.
It doesn't matter. I just
Just
have to
says
be familiar with
creature.
it.
I think it would work.
I think it would too.
But we do have a reason to go there, even if we can't.
It just tells us if we're like, are we doing that now, like rushing through, or what's going on? I mean, we've got 3 of these scrolls.
Yeah, I mean, we may as well try and ask him if the thing's been broken into, right? Like,
Yeah, because then we're gonna know. If not, we could also warn him too, I guess. They're not very long messages.
25 words.
you can easily do that.
Yeah, we could easily transfer all that information back and forth. Did you guys want to do that right now just to find out?
I don't even know if I know 25 words.
I'm just going to say, because it could be easily transferred into 25 words. Hey, listen, is our dad still there? Is the crown taken?
That's 9 words, I think.
And then what's the other part of the information we wanted to...
How are you doing? What's the weather like? What are you wearing?
No, like, if not, then
a dangerous
mind flayers
organization
are... Yeah, whatever the
has
organization
information regarding how to get there. If not, I don't know that would really matter to him, because I don't
It
think he
might
can do
not.
anything about it.
You might be able to, I don't know, but...
But I think that's essentially the gist of it. Oh, and ask, if it'll fit, what places blew up. If he knows.
That would be good to know. That, but with like as few words as possible. We'll still have scrolls to send to the other guy.
Yeah, so you come up with a 25-word message that you want to send to this guy, and he will send a reply. Maybe, if he still exists.
I suppose we'll find out how instantaneous this is.
I assume he would still exist, wouldn't he?
He is a ghost that doesn't need to rest, I presume.
He's lived forever. Or
He's not a ghost, guys.
existed forever. No, he's a projection.
Ghosts don't exist.
Wait,
Not
you mean ghosts don't
real.
exist?
Not real.
Tom, they don't.
No, ghosts exist.
Oh, this is
They're definitely fake.
Fake ghosts.
Fake news, fake ghosts.
Who are you gonna call?
Not the Ghostbusters, because ghosts don't exist. So I assume we sent this message off and we're just sitting
yes, we did.
around.
Well,
Bullshitting.
no, I don't know what the message is. You have to come up with a 25-word message.
That
to
means you
send
need
him.
to condense your
Yeah, I thought Misha
questions.
was doing it.
I thought I already did.
Yeah.
Nope.
Say it to
Type
me
it out.
exact. Yeah, or type it out.
Type it out and make sure it's 25 characters or
Make
less.
sure it's MLA format too.
Oh my god.
It's not 25 characters, it's 25 words.
25 characters. That would be insane.
Yeah, it's like Twitter.
Okay.
That's like Twitter. Yeah.
Little
Send us
little
a
tw-
tweet.
a little tweet, a little tweet. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
What's the name of the organization?
Cicantus Arcanum.
Or condense it into one word and save us an extra word.
Yeah, you hyphenate.
Just don't put spaces. Don't put spaces.
Wait, the what arcanum?
Cicantus Arcanum.
You just ask if anyone has gotten.
It's actually incredible how fast they do this on Critical Role, where they map out what they do with their words, and then he comes up with a reply. Because I'm thinking about what my reply will be
Before she even says it.
Yeah,
I've got 20 words. Is our dad able to be raised?
It's
Is the
like it's
crown
scripted.
taken? Tao's brain was taken by mind flame. Was taken by mind of Circantus Arcanum.
Condense it to MFers.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying I've got 5
I mean,
words.
yeah. I mean, you guys can so you're writing this down and on a piece of paper in front of everybody, so
Okay.
you can figure out. Okay, this is what we
General
have. Let me
discussion,
change.
that's what I have so far.
I mean,
If you guys want to add anything else into the message, you've got some space.
I mean, I don't really know if we need to mention the thing about Tao. We can look.
The Tao's brain explains that if he'll know what a mind flayer is. And
Okay.
if he knows who the Circantus Arcanum is, then that's something else too. But then he'll know that organization, if they broke in, that's how they stole the information.
I think that's
Okay.
reasonable.
That's good.
I'll burn a sending scroll.
You should probably put from Misha.
Oh, yeah. He might not remember my voice. We don't have a group name.
Okay.
Group name.
Yeah, I can't be like from whatever our group is. Wait, what's the last name of our dad? His royal name.
Garrett.
All right, I would do Garrett at the end of that.
Sure. Okay, so you get back. His body was destroyed.
Fuck. It's got real, dudes. This got real.
Crown was stolen.
All right.
Mendout Dweir, so that's 2 words. And Lithids were present. Disfigured coming.
Go great. That's great. That's great news. This is good.
Sword is still here.
Oh, thank God. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes, that was our biggest concern.
The good news.
No, that is good news. All right,
Well-
the sword is still there. Our father is destroyed, and we have the disfigured coming for us.
Yeah. but
Okay.
this-
Oh, wait,
we
wait,
can
wait,
handle
wait,
this
wait,
figure
wait.
now.
Sanctum entrance destroyed.
Oh.
I kind of figured that it would be though if they.
Well, I hope you guys have climbing picks.
Okay, so what is the point of us even going into the Hollow Peaks? Because the whole mission thing I thought we were doing was to save our dad, give him the
Well,
crown.
we do
whatever.
know that extremely powerful wizard is there. That's something to know about. Although maybe it's less of a priority
It
to us
is.
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been in there forever. And was it determined was our gods in the Hollow Peaks or were
It
they
sounds
in the
like
Maw? I
they're
thought they were in the
they're
Maw.
in the Maw. It sounds like the
Okay.
real big deal now is. I feel like based on what we know about it, we need to find a way to
Well-
get that crown back. Like we can't let
Well,
Mandout run around with this thing, doing whatever he wanted to do.
We don't even know where he is.
I know.
he-
That's why we need to figure that out.
Well, he's obviously not. He's obviously up.
Say
Probably
that again.
dead.
He's probably dead. Oh my god.
He's a tool.
I
He's
mean,
a tool.
He probably is
He
dead.
might be. I mean, we don't know. We need to figure that shit out. I mean, this is like a apocalyptic tool that he stole, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
This
and
crown?
put it on. That's probably why he's dead.
That is
Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying.
I mean, we literally need to hunt down every member of the Sanctus Arcanum and just kill them.
is that Kirill talking?
Yes.
We could
Character?
knock on the
Okay.
door of the individual we served earlier today. She's supposedly a member of the Cantus Arcanum, and
There is still a reason to go into the Hollow Peaks,
we
though.
still
There
need.
is.
Now we need more information than ever about the
Finding-
Cantus Arcanum.
Finding the I keep forgetting his name. Finding the guy, the actual guy, instead of just his projection. Lycidas would be the only person who could probably break the crown. But a level 12 fighter failed it, and his party, which I'm assuming was also filled with level 12s, also failed it too. There's
All
no
of this.
way we're gonna make it in the hollow.
Okay, again, they failed this because, and for the only reason, because pervasive mind control.
Yeah.
Putting that up there. Continuing.
No, I completely agree. Unless Kirill
I've been saying,
Dean
I've been
and
saying this for
Kirill
an hour
is.
now.
Yeah. No, but if you die or go down,
No.
He
I've
can-
been saying we should do some adventuring, or do whatever we need, and try to, get rings for everybody.
I think that's a good idea. And where this guy might be.
All right, Tam, and then we need you to case the joint, and maybe do some stalking, see if anyone enters or leaves.
In addition to what you are proposing, I would also say that gods would be great to have on our side. And that, yes, we can talk to her. She's right here in the city. Makes a lot of sense. The mall might actually be an answer to making
I like
the
all
Hollow
of these
Peaks not
things.
so bad.
We're here in Jelrin now. I think we should collect the information that we
Yes.
can get here now, and then move on to the others.
We're having all these problems because Tal wanted a fucking barmaid.
This is why no one's
Oh,
allowed to date.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
We're,
So, so
harassing
you guys are discussing, you're franks deep at this point. Get them come. Where do you guys go? It's midday now. A little bit probably after that.
we should also be keeping
Early
a
afternoon.
constant, passive eye out for anybody who's dark hooded and having a cross and scarred.
Yeah, we just learned the disfigured are after us again.
Again.
Yeah, but we handled them before, or you guys, I'm assuming, handled
Yeah,
them
but-
before. I don't think I was a part of you guys.
I'm
That doesn't
sure
mean we
they'll
shouldn't
have.
be paying attention.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck the
sure they'll have even better crossbows.
We can
now.
easily get them now.
Don't say that. Don't piss Tom
Yeah.
off, please.
Yeah. So,
Well,
I've gone crossbow to the fucking face 6
I
times, but
think that we should go to that individual's house again, or her place of residence, or wherever that happened to be. I will case the joint. Maybe it'd be
Yes.
even better if we can summon the guy to go invisible and go in there and get us information.
actually, that's a great idea. Or maybe she'll have some more to know that there's a fucking demon in the house. Either way,
Or maybe you can
we
make
can
me
ask
invisible,
we
and
can
I can
ask
go in there
around.
myself.
We
Misha
can,
would point out she would just like to knock on her front door.
We can do
I
that
can make
first.
Invisible.
we can knock on the
So
front
are we
door
agreed
next
that we're
time.
going there for? I don't remember her name, so I'm saying going there.
Someone wrote it down.
Well, it was on the paper that Hauser looked.
Danimore Razor, the
Miss
enchantress.
Razor. And her only problem is crimes against humanity. So I mean, really, I'm sure she'll be most helpful.
I mean, she doesn't know we did it, so it's not.
She doesn't care, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
It's Jimmy the Cook.
I just didn't want to go with the translation that you guys got of that name. Nakar. Narkar. But it's Jim. In any case, so our adventurers, having discussed and disputed what they wish to accomplish, set out to Danimore Razor's house. All right. Well, that's where we'll pick up next
All right.
session.